All right, we got another joke today. I love this joke so much. Let's take a look. Okay, it says, just found out there's no popcorn in popcorn shrimp. Guess there's no reason to try pot roast. Do you get it? Let's take a look. I just found out there's no popcorn in popcorn shrimp. I guess there's no reason to try pot roast. Okay, well, this joke involves two foods. Okay, and one of the foods is popcorn shrimp, and the other food is pot roast. Okay, so we have those two foods. Do you know what those foods are? What is popcorn shrimp, and what is pot roast? Now, notice that each of those foods is made up of two words. Okay, popcorn shrimp, which is it's one food, popcorn shrimp, right? And then the other food is pot roast. Okay, so there are two words in each food. Okay, that's important to understand this joke. Okay, so let's take a look. What is popcorn shrimp? Okay, well, popcorn shrimp is just breaded shrimp. Okay, do you know what it means if something is breaded? It's very common for food in, at least in Canada and the US, it's very common to find food that's breaded. Okay, usually meats like shrimp, or you could find breaded fish, breaded chicken, breaded, really anything could be breaded. Okay, so what it means for something to be breaded is it means that the food, in this case shrimp, okay, the shrimp is put in some batter. Okay, batter is like a mixture of flour and water and salt and pepper and whatever else you want to put into the batter. Okay, and then you deep fry it. Okay, so popcorn shrimp is first battered. Okay, you mix your bowl of batter. Like I said, you put some water, some flour, and whatever. I think that's why it's called breaded. Like bread has flour, right? Bread is a mixture of flour and water and maybe some yeast and salt, whatever. So that's I think where the word breaded comes from. So if we have breaded fish or breaded chicken, it just means that we have sort of a crunchy layer of batter on the outside that's deep fried. I'm sure you have breaded food in your country, but maybe you don't know what the word breaded means. Okay, so that's what breaded means. And so popcorn shrimp is breaded shrimp. It's shrimp that, most people, I don't think people really make popcorn shrimp by themselves. It's just so common to buy these kinds of foods frozen at your grocery store. You go to the grocery store, you go to the frozen food section, and you just buy some, some breaded fish or some popcorn shrimp. You get home, you just put it in the microwave, or you pop it in the oven for 20 minutes or half an hour or something, and then you've got your meal. People in North America, to be honest, are kind of lazy. There's so many people who eat these kinds of foods, microwave dinners. I don't. I never eat foods like this, like processed foods where you put it in the microwave. I hate microwaves. I never use microwaves. I haven't used a microwave for probably 10 years. Probably more than 10 years. I have never used, back when I was a kid, I'm sure I used microwaves sometimes, but nowadays, I don't use microwaves. I don't like the concept. I don't like the idea that you put something in a box and then there are these mysterious waves heating up I don't know. I don't think microwaves are healthy. So I never use microwaves. I cook everything from scratch. Okay, so if I were to make popcorn shrimp, I would actually make the batter and I would buy fresh shrimp. I would batter the shrimp. I would deep fry the shrimp. Okay, so that's just me. How about you? Are you lazy? Would you buy it frozen from a store, or would you be like me and actually make it from scratch? If you make something from scratch, that means you make it yourself. You buy all the raw ingredients and you make it yourself. Okay, so that's popcorn shrimp. Okay, like I said, it's a very common food. In North America, a lot of people buy popcorn shrimp. For parties, if you go to a birthday party or I don't know, a movie night. If someone invites you over for a movie night, you know, there might be foods like nachos or popcorn shrimp, you know, Coke, Pepsi, just like snacks, chips, you know, salsa, sour cream, just those kinds of party foods. Okay, so popcorn shrimp is a very kind of a common party food like that. Okay, now let's take a look at the next. The next food is pot roast. Do you know what pot roast is? Well, pot roast is just a beef roast. Okay, it's a chunk of beef. You know, you might get a roast. It's called a roast. Okay, you get a chunk of beef about that big from the store, and then you put it into a pot, and you add some vegetables, and then you cover the pot and you put it in the oven. Okay, that's a pot roast. Pot roasts are very easy to make. Maybe when I start my cooking show in the future, I'll teach you how to make a pot roast. You just need a pot, you need some beef, and you need some vegetables, and you have a pot roast. Okay, so now let's get back to the joke, okay? I just found out there's no popcorn in popcorn shrimp. I guess there's no reason to try pot roast. Okay, so this person is disappointed because, you know, they found out there's no popcorn. You know what popcorn is, right? Popcorn is popped corn. You know, the kind of food you would eat at the movies. If you go watch a movie, you know, you might get yourself a big cup of, are they called cups? I don't know, just a big Pepsi or a big Fanta or Sprite or something, and a big bag of popcorn. Right, and then you sit in the theater and you watch a movie. Okay, so this person was hoping that there would be popcorn in popcorn shrimp, and they're disappointed because there is no popcorn in popcorn shrimp. So now they're saying, well, then I guess there's no reason to try pot roast, right? So they were separating popcorn and popcorn shrimp. Okay, there's no popcorn in popcorn shrimp, so now we need to separate the two words in pot roast. Do you get the joke? They were hoping that there would be pot in pot roast. Do you know what pot is? Pot is another word for marijuana. Okay, so they were hoping that there would be marijuana in pot roast. That's why they're disappointed. Well, I guess there's no reason to try pot roast, because now they found out there's no popcorn in popcorn shrimp. So now they know there's probably no marijuana in pot roast. Yeah, I don't know why I love that joke so much. It's just, you know, it just sounds like the person is so discouraged. You know, they were just hoping that there would be popcorn in popcorn shrimp, and they were hoping that there would be marijuana in pot roast. Anyway, that's the joke. Hope you guys find it funny. You know, it's just such a weird thing to hope for, you know, that there would be marijuana in something like pot roast. You know, it's funny in English because these foods are so common, right? We don't think of these as separate things. When someone talks about popcorn shrimp, they're not thinking about popcorn. You know, the idea of popcorn doesn't even come into their mind. The same way when they talk about pot roast, you know, someone might invite you over to their house for pot roast, and in their mind they're thinking about a beef roast. They're not thinking about marijuana at all. So the fact that this person would assume that, anyway, that's the joke. That's why it's funny. So anyway, hope you guys understand the joke. Smash like if you get the joke, and hey, hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.